What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're starting it off with the Samsung Galaxy Z tri-folding phone. And we've heard it's going to come out in China and UAE. We've heard it's going to come out in South Korea and reportedly America as well. But don't expect there to be a lot of these when they are released reportedly later this year. I still think it's going to end up being next year, but I'll love to be wrong about that. The TriFold model is going to be in limited quantities. Reportedly, it was going to be as little as 10,000 units, but now it looks like it's going to be 20 to 30,000 units for this phone, which is not a lot at all. Very, very small amount of phones to be released. And the reason is that they want to do a slow rollout and they want to do limited quantities just in case it just does not sell as well as they would have hoped for. I think in China and Korea, it'll probably sell very well. Even if it comes out here in the UAE or USA, I think it'll sell really well based off those limited quantities. Like if they release, let's just say, if they release, let's say 8,000 per country, for instance, that'll sell out. I have no doubt that it'll sell. Even at $3,000, I think it will sell out. It's one of those devices that, in America anyway, there's no device like it, and there's no company as big as, say, Samsung, and that has as much as a recognizable name as Samsung, that could release this type of phone, maybe beside Apple, where people would actually be like, I'm buying it. I love Samsung products and I love weird devices. I'm going to buy it. Like Apple and Samsung, out of all the phone manufacturers in the world right now, are probably the only two that could actually happen, at least in America at this point. Maybe Google, but I don't think so. So with that said, if you're going to buy it, you're going to want to, when it does go on pre-order, if there's a pre-order, who knows how they're going to handle this, that you're going to want to buy it instantly, like immediately. You're not going to want to wait on this. It's not going to be one of those things you're going to be like, do I really want to buy this? I think it's when it sells out, it's going to say sold out. And then maybe they'll come out with the ability to pre-order again if they're happy with the results of the sale. And I do think when this comes out, it'll sell out literally in minutes. I don't think this is going to be a all-day, 2-week, whatever day. It's not even think it'll be 24 hours. I think it'll be literally be minutes, if not a couple of hours before this will sell out when it's released. Now, reportedly, we've spoken about the Galaxy S26 series of phones. Some of them, the 26 and 26 Plus, reportedly maybe using the Exynos 2600 throughout the world or some parts of the world. It looks like, just as based off rumors and things that Qualcomm is saying, that they would be housing or giving their Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor to almost all the versions of the S26, or all of them at that point. It's not fully concrete. It kind of sounds like that's what they're saying, though, based off the information that's being released out and leaked out. I've also heard rumors that I don't know if this is going to be true, but reportedly, again, what I've heard personally, kind of thing, not from anyone specific, but we might see the Snapdragon processor in the next generation of the watch as well. We'll see that if it happens or not. But I think the bigger part of that is, like, are we going to see it in the rest of the phones? I hope we do, because I think that, and I know that the Qualcomm processors, especially their high-end processors in the Galaxy phones, is so good. It's so powerful, so fast, and pretty good with battery consumption overall, that I hope the rest of the world gets it and isn't limited to just the Exynos 2600, or maybe the Exynos 2600 be a beast in its own right. But ultimately, we know for sure that how good and how powerful the Qualcomm processors are. Now, continuing on with the Galaxy S26 phones, the Ultra phone, this is some cool stuff here. So it's going to go from a regular 12 megapixel standard photo to 24 megapixels. So now it'll be 24, I believe 50 and 200 megapixels is what it will end up being. But the default megapixel will be 24, so it's going to increase on that, which is good for zooming in. You won't have to think about changing it. 24 megapixels is pretty solid. It's also going to eat up more storage, don't forget, and so you might want a bigger storage phone, but then it's also going to eat up your cloud storage too if you have your Google Photos. So it's good, and it kind of isn't more of annoying as well, but Apple already has theirs set, I think, to 24 by default or 48, so that's cool. Adaptive pixel clear noises by combining multiple low resolution pictures to a single high resolution picture. So they'll have a new way of collecting high resolution pictures by using a bunch of low resolution photos and kind of sticking them together. Focus on speed slider for picture and video mode, and allows you to turn off HDR10 plus and use just plain old HDR. Now the cameras reportedly aren't going to change that much as well. You can see the list right here. This is debug details of what we're basically seeing here for the cameras. Only change this time is the traditional 10 megapixel 3x sensor is replaced by a newer 12 megapixel K3LD. The rest are exactly the same as the 25 Ultra. So if you're expecting a different main or ultra wide, not going to happen. Obviously, I think the photos will look a little bit different because they always mess with their algorithm a little bit. So yeah, it's what we got to look forward to with the S26 Ultra, the 26, and the Fold. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.